Well, we find Rogers here in the Wiltshire countryside, ready to crack open a somewhat handsome beverage after the chaos incarnate that is otherwise known as Swindon 5, Bradford 4. Normally, Rogers would attempt to make some sort of thoughtful analysis of the game, but clearly, liquid refreshment is absolutely how one should respond to a match of that delicious insanity, really. I suppose it made you think that. For all that we talk about tactics and structure and all the rest of it, the term vibes man gets kind of knocked around with a certain amount of derision, I think. But it was a day for vibes, really. Whether it's a highly experienced midfielder in Bradford's Richard Smallwood losing his mind and getting sent off when his team are 2-0 up for a challenge on the halfway line. Whether it's Ian Holloway's confirmed desire to literally cram as many attacking players as possible on the pitch. For that second half that ultimately you can argue just about worked, or whether it was Swindon's ability to recover from perhaps the 4 worst goals they've conceded all in the same match of the season, if you follow there. So just wonderfully incredible and barely credible at the same time. But we're determined to sort of raise a glass to the vibes and the human emotions of it all, and the skill, of course. Even Mikel Arteta, a man who does nothing, loves little more than to kind of control and squeeze the life out of a game, was talking about the value that individual players had in defining the Champions League games. Speaking of fine individual players, I think Swindon are clearly in a battle to keep Boat Amin. That was a tremendous performance, albeit 11 versus 10, where he doesn't have to think about defending so much, but Brad Halliday, who's a pretty decent fullback at League 2 level, has had plenty of experience at League 1, will probably remember Amin's name, having had a very challenging first half, most notably getting the ball put through his legs. And finally, while we're on the subject of emotions and vibes and community and resilience, desperately sad news to hear the passing of Victoria, who I gather was Els, who I think, like many of us, we've communicated with via social media. She was very generous in supporting the idea of bringing Rogers into his somewhat absurdist existence. And the more you hear about her, the more it appears she did many kind and generous things in supporting lots of people of the Swindon town community, and will be, I think, very sorely missed. So I hope somehow, wherever you are, the vibes of the joy of today made it through to you, and sleep well.